So this video was actually recorded, and I think probably like goddamn 7 hours after this, were recorded pretty much when the game came out on PC, and because of life punching me in the junk, I didn't really want to post it or even honestly play any further. So some of this is going to be like just a wee bit, I want to say the word outdated, but not really, and I don't really feel like playing it over again. But yeah, so just keep that in mind. It's gonna be like most of the way through 2B's campaign, to be honest. I would say like maybe like halfway through 2B's campaign, maybe 3/4 of the way, but I may end up just like throwing up a little like thingy. It's I don't make political jokes or like any sort of really like pop culture references besides talking about video games really or stuff like that, so I really doubt it'll make that much of a difference, but just figured you should know. Hello everybody, my name is Sven, and this is very obviously Nier Ōtomata or whatever. I won't make the dumb Automata joke or whatever the fuck everybody else and their grandmothers have already made. So this is obviously going to be recorded before a kind of, I don't know, kind of conversation that I wanted to have with myself, but onto a microphone. But basically, goddamn, getting this game up and running on PC was a pain in my ass. I obviously fell victim to the dumb resolution bug, and I had a bunch of other issues where I think the resolution mod fix fucking broke my keyboard drivers, which then prevented me from using my Xbox controller. And what it would do is every time I plugged in the controller, it would crash my entire computer, basically. So I thought it was just the controller. So I spent days like clean installing Windows and doing a bunch of other shit. And it was just like, well, it was nothing. It was just fucking the keyboard. So whatever. I have played a little bit already just to kind of mostly get to a point where I could save the game and kind of like be to a point where I could mess around with settings and stuff, but otherwise we're gonna wipe that shit clean right now. So I did play a little bit on normal. I'll probably bump the difficulty as I start getting like more upgrades and stuff, but this is funny though. The standard most enjoyable difficulty, probably. And it's actually kind of accurate though, because this is very much a platinum game. It's actually pretty hard, I'll say. It's a lot harder than the demo made it seem. Oh, I didn't realize you can't use lock-on in hard mode. You can't use the lock-on and you will die in WoW. Fuck. Okay. So I did just, of course, really quickly want to dick around with some settings, because of course I always do. Because I am an absolute whore for audio mixing. So I think, yeah. I actually, since the last time I really played anything, I got a different graphics card, and realistically, it's been doing pretty well. But this game, of course, because of the dumb nonsense going on, it definitely screws with some shit. So, yeah, that's fine. The only thing I really care about is the audio mixing, so not gonna lie, I am a little bit bummed, though, that the demo is the intro.
Everything that lives is designed to end. We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse? Or some kind of punishment? I often think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
This is Command. Yorha Squadron, come in. 2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across the board. This is Operator 6-0. All units confirmed. We've passed the 50-kilometer threshold and are proceeding toward the target.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed to manual attack formation. Then destroy the Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what data you can.
Understood.
Oops.
12H down. All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
Already engaged. Free movement unlocked.
Origin point of long-range lasers confirmed.
The interesting thing is that
down.
it
Our
doesn't allow you to
HO229
do
cancelers are
anything.
ineffective.
Like, and that's actually, I think, intentional to kind of make it known how
Alert.
much they have control
Enemy
over your
unit sighted
shit.
ahead.
You know?
Requesting permission to engage.
Permission granted.
Now, all of a sudden, we have permission to move and fire and evade. But, of course, everybody's getting moited real
70
quick.
Down.
Because, of course, they are. Because we have to do this alone. Sorry, like, once again, I just clean installed my entire fucking operating system. So it's kind of like one of those days where I'm like, uh-oh, is everything working properly? Because, of course, my luck,
1D down.
nothing works
Assuming
properly ever.
captain's duties.
But why the captain gotta be white, though? That seems oddly specific, guys.
Multiple surrounding enemy air units confirmed. Requesting permission to assume mobile configuration.
Permission granted.
I also feel like not to... Because realistically, I get it. You know, not everything that looks like a Gundam is a Gundam. But I feel like the fact that they call it the mobile configuration has to be a reference to Gundam. Like, it's just
Captain,
gotta be.
I think
Oh no.
4B down. "2B to Operator 6-0. All allied units down. The operation is compromised. Awaiting further orders."
Operator to 2B. We need you to rendezvous with Unit 9S and begin gathering data on the local terrain.
Understood.
I will say also, whoever does, shit, is it 6-0? Whoever does her voice acting actually does a really, really good job. Like, I have to say. Because I feel like everybody else does such a good job of kind of doing the whole, like, robotic... Because, obviously, they're robots. But she does, like, a really good job of, like, kind of being a little bit human. If that makes sense. Like, just enough. Which is somewhat interesting, just because I feel like every fucking character, every voice actor, everything is so artfully designed to make you forget, but also be reminded of their identities as robots, like, very often. Like, the game does not ever really stop reminding you of both their humanity and lack thereof. I mean, of course, like, obviously at this point, it's a Yoko Taro game, and I'm obviously not the most familiar with him because I didn't play Drakengard and I didn't really give that much of a shit until the original Nier, but it's very... It's very hard to look at almost any of his design decisions without being like, is that intentional? Because it could be intentional or not.
Activating short-range attack gear. Alert. Large enemy group detected.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Oh, to be. You silly, silly robot. Alright, yeah, so I'm assuming just because of the fact that it was a cutscene, it wasn't letting me lock on for a second there. or like right out of a cutscene more so, I should say. But so something that I also found interesting, and it could have been something that I just generally missed from the demo, but the lock-on can act in two different ways, in which if you tap it, you do kind of just actually can free reign do whatever you want. But if I move the right analog stick, it'll stay locked onto that one person. But if I hold it, it will do the Dark Souls thing and allow me to switch targets, which is pretty cool, actually. I think that is very interesting. And I don't know the best way to put it, but I feel like it's a very good, like, just general design decision. God damn.
Enemies destroyed.
Not quite.
Oh, lordy. This guy again. I actually...
Is that our target?
Negative. This enemy is unrelated. Proposal. Dispatch it as swiftly as possible.
You don't say.
Oh, Lord. This is so hard, guys. I don't know if I can do this right here. It's so fucking hard. But yeah, like, I also, I don't know if I mentioned this in the demo itself, but something else that I find really, really
Laser
interesting
communications recovered.
is that, the way that, because I don't know if,
Pod program download
'cause I'm not-
complete.
I'm not the most familiar with every single Platinum game, or even every single game of anything, really, but, because I'm pretty sure most games that are like what you would consider like the character action games, they normally have a command for like a launcher. Like I know Metal Gear Rising has one, and like I know the Devil May Cry one is different. But what's really interesting is
Better
that
make sure he's actually dead next time. That was dangerous, man.
like it's interesting that you have to dodge
You're
perfectly.
2B, right? My name's 9S. I'm here to provide support.
Copy that.
So, was that big old buzzsaw the Goliath you came here to take out?
No, just another defensive system.
Oh, well, I guess we have to find the target then, huh? I've got a flight unit, so I'll take a look around the perimeter.
All right, I'll work my way inside from the ground.
But yeah, what I was saying is that you have to dodge perfectly and then do a light attack afterwards to launch him in this game. And I'm sure that there's probably something later that changes that, like maybe a specific plug-in chip or a like an upgrade of some sort. But I find that really interesting because that is almost at this point like a staple of the character action genre. You know, like it was inspired by, I'm pretty sure, a bug in Onimusha that allowed you to do stuff like that, and it inspired the like a lot of the launcher and gun combos that you could do in Devil May Cry. And so I like the way that Platinum takes these mechanics that they have in every fucking game, like the launcher. They take all of these different mechanics that they have in every game, right? And what they do is in each game, they make them slightly different to access. Like, Metal Gear Rising, it is one that you have to buy, and it's like a really weird, I think it's like a back and forth attack or something like that. And it's really weird. And I never used it because I always really disliked doing it because I felt like I couldn't do it properly because I suck at it. But I just find it really interesting that in this game, they almost gate it behind a reward for playing good. And I always find stuff like that incredibly interesting, and I find it to be very good design. And like I don't know. I feel like this is very similar to Neo or even like the Dark Souls games where it's just like give people with like a vision, a budget, and you get some really, really high quality shit, you know? And because like because I'm pretty sure it's a fact at this point that the original Nier had a lot of shit that was mostly due to lack of them not having a budget. Like, it wasn't really...
2B? Ma'am?
What is it?
I was going to send you the map data I collected earlier.
Do it.
So I'm super curious about this right here. And, like, it could be totally possible that I am, like, screwing something up, but I just feel like I gotta be able to get to this somehow, right? What's a higher ground from here? I know I can't jump off from there, so that's out of the friggin' question there, but... Like, I just feel like it's, like, literally friggin' pointing at you with, like, a... Like, it's telling you, look at me. Honestly, actually, I just realized, never mind. Because I do know that this game... I'm relatively spoiler-free on a lot of the stuff in this game. But the one thing I do know is that instead of having the different playthroughs like in the original Nier, it has much more of like a... you play through the same bits, but with different characters. And that's kind of one of the things that I was kind of just talking about in terms of, like, it not having a budget, or not having a big enough budget. Whereas this game has a much bigger budget, so it obviously can do things that the original couldn't. And, like, I have to say, besides, like, the one little, like, resolution bug that I ran into... Well, a lot of people ran into it. This game looks absolutely fucking gorgeous on PC. And it runs really good for me, at least.
Closed.
So open it.
Negative. Nearby enemies are jamming our signal.
Nothing's ever easy.
Damn, 3 at once right there. But yeah, and so, now, obviously, I'll quote, I'm pretty sure everybody who's super, who does a lot of, like, PC gaming critiques will say something similar, but, you know, obviously, my experiences are not indicative of everybody's, but I'm just running, like, a basic, not really basic, it's moderately high-end of a Skylake i7 and a 1080, and so, like, it's on, literally the only thing that's not on max is the anti-aliasing, and that's mostly because of the fact that I just don't really care that much about having anti-aliasing on all the way. I honestly feel like in a lot of, specifically, it happens a lot in console ports, but a lot of the times, like, the shittier anti-aliasing versions end up making the game look really blurry. And I don't really like that, because blurry is not good, guys.
You know, ma'am, I'm glad you're here.
Why?
Scanners like me mostly work alone. Scouting out enemy lines and all that. I don't usually get a partner. It's kind of fun.
Emotions are prohibited.
Sorry,
ma'am.
And another thing, stop calling me ma'am.
Huh?
It's unnecessary.
All right, then. 2B it is.
To be or not to be. I'm pretty sure that that's the point, isn't it? Yeah, so like shit like this right here, right? So I'm fairly certain that this is probably going to be something that another character can access. Which I both fucking love, but also despise immensely with every bit of my soul, because it kicks the completionist part of me in the crotch and just goes like, nah, dude, just leave it for now. And I'm like, but I don't want to leave it, man. I don't want to. Because I'm also 5 years old. Although I feel like even probably a minute into this video, if you know nothing about me, that's probably the first thing that comes to mind. Oops, I just almost got punched there. Dang, I was really kind of hoping to actually play on the harder difficulties, but if you really can't do lock-on, that sucks. Because the lock-on, I feel like, is actually... Because that was also one of the things about the original Nier that kind of... I don't want to say it really made anything bad inherently, but it just kind of... It definitely isn't the best thing. I like having lock-on systems in games like this just because... Or at least lock-on systems that fucking work. Because... it just provides options. And that's kind of the thing about, like, Dark Souls and everything that I've found, is that, like, a lot of people don't play with lock-on in Dark Souls. And that's fine. And that's actually great because...
This place sure is big.
I guess humans used to use it as a weapons factory, but now it's just crawling with machines. The enemy seems to have repurposed the facility to increase their overall machine production.
So if we don't destroy it, they'll just keep coming.
God, and the 2D and overhead sections, actually, I really think that the it's probably a lot of the gameplay itself and how solid it is, but I really feel like this is what the original game, like, intended these sections to be, and I feel like that was the goal. And god damn, it's actually, like, really satisfying. Of course, I'm fucking it up because why won't I fuck it up? I'm trying to see if I can actually do... Yeah, there we go. So, here, I'm going to try to do another one here real quick. So, yeah, so in order to do the launcher, you have to dodge, like, do the perfect dodge, but you actually can't... I don't think that you can launch these guys at all. I'm going to try to do it real quick. Okay, yeah, you can for these guys, but a lot of the other bigger enemies you can't. So, it once again is just... It's not overpowered, it's not crazy good, it's just hiding a benefit behind, like, good gameplay. Oh, fuck.
What?
It's just accessing random, nonsensical data from the old world. There's no actual meaning behind anything machines do.
The only thing that I wish that they didn't do is I wish that the story wasn't so obvious from the start. Like, if you don't understand that they're basically going for the whole, the bad guys aren't really bad kind of a thing already, it's just, like, it's well done. But that's not really the problem. The problem is that I'm kind of like, oh, I get it already. And even because, as I said, I'm not too much farther. Most of the time spent in the game was honestly troubleshooting, but I just wish that it was just, like, a little bit less on the nose sometimes. And I know that they're going to play off that, and that's the fucking point of a lot of these games, but... And I do at least appreciate that it's a little bit more upfront than the original Nier, because the original Nier was... It pretended like it was sly, but it's, like, so obvious what it's trying to say, so in the end it just comes off as cheap, you know? Oh shit. Blowing up random bodies and shit. Please. The other thing that I found really interesting, and because I think I Googled it when the game came out, and somebody was like, what are these elevators for? After the...
This elevator's controls are locked and cannot
but,
be
like,
used.
after the game had already come out. So I'm kind of like, maybe they didn't beat all the playthroughs yet or something.
Alert. Bulletproof apparatus detected on enemies. Close range combat is advised.
Or I could just shoot him with the laser, because that works too, you know? Because that definitely works better the vast majority of the time. Thank God I didn't screw that up there, because I've actually, I did get hit, like, really hard, because if you dodge and do the heavy attack, you get a, like a stab. And like, I feel like it's good for some of these, like, bigger guys like this, but you will get hit hard if you're in, like, fighting a mob of enemies. And I feel like that's kind of the only real issue with the, because if you dodge into a light attack, you get the launcher. If you dodge into a heavy attack, you get, the kind of, like, forward, like a R2 with a spear in Dark Souls, I'll call it. So it's much more like a lunging forward attack. So it's cool and everything, but it isn't really good when you have, like, a shit ton of smaller enemies. And honestly, if you can tell me that you play every Platinum game with like a brutal precision and you never kind of like find yourself mashing a little bit, then I'll call you a liar. Or you're just really good and I'm a total scrub. But like there are some times when it gets more hectic that I mash. So when I get shit like that and I'm like, oh great, I just fucked myself, that doesn't feel good.
I surveyed the entire factory, but couldn't find anything resembling our target.
Maybe they, I don't know, moved it somewhere?
Or maybe it's right in front of us. You dummies. And I'll kind of say this.
You mean the birds? Yeah, there's more plants and animals here than there used to be. Probably because the environment's changed.
Because the first thing that I thought of when I picked up the original Dark Souls 2 for the first time was how much I liked the fact that R1 and R2 were attack, and like the L buttons were defend and everything. And I actually really like that this game does it, like, because it allows you to have all of those moves kind of at your fingertips, like, very easily. And the thing that I actually really like about this game is that it does something similar, but in the opposite way, where your attack, your jump, your action, and your, like, all of this stuff is all on the face, but then the dodges are to the, or right trigger, or, and the shoot is R1, and the lock on is L2, so you can access all of these things at once, because you'll only need to hit the light attack and heavy attack one at a time. So it's fine to kind of have those be on the face buttons, whereas the dodge you need to kind of have, and the shoot and the lock on and everything, and the pod, I'll call it like the pod special function, which in this case is the laser, all you can use them interchangeably throughout battles, and it's I think a really smart idea to put them on these buttons. And the only thing that does suck about I would do mouse and keyboard just for the shits and giggles of it, but man, having dodge on double tapping a move button really sucks. Like, a lot. Like, it's not fun. I'll say that right now. It is not even a little bit fun. I wonder what's going to happen, guys.
There should be another facility across that bridge. It's a bit of a hike, but should we check it out? It's not like Command to get a location wrong. I guess even they get bad intel from time to time, huh?
I wouldn't bet on that.
Oh wow, them frame
High-power
rates,
jamming
guys.
detected. No response from long-range communications.
Doesn't matter. I'll just take him out.
Oh yeah, actually, since I never... Oh shit, that was really dumb of me. But since I actually never talked about it, I will talk about it now. I actually, if anybody else is having, like, the resolution bugs on the PC version, I actually just... And this is coming from somebody who really didn't like the idea of the Steam app borderless gaming, because I don't like playing even windowed at all. But I downloaded it because it was only like $3 or something. But I actually think that borderless gaming is really, really cool, because it treats it very much like just a full screen application, but basically it treats it as a full screen application, just not. Like, you can basically set it to be basically full screen. What the shit? Oh.
Is that?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Target
Yeah.
enemy detected.
We get it, you vape. God damn. And I will say, I was a little bit disappointed with the, oh shit. Please God, don't kill me. I was a little bit disappointed with some of the soundtrack in the demo, but I will say it definitely gets a shit ton better. Not only does it get a shit ton better, but it also just, it does a lot of the same stuff that I really liked about the original with like the dynamic soundtrack where it like will change just to kind of fit a mood, like remove vocals or like add different instrumentation in it or something along those lines. I can never get the timing on this one correct. Except for now, I guess, apparently. Because I guess I'm just, like, really good or something. I don't know. Nah, I'm not. It's okay.
To me! What's your status?
This is the target. I'm going to destroy it.
Right. I'll provide support.
I also actually really love the friggin', the vignetting, or not the vignetting, the letterboxing they do, but only for cutscenes. God, I don't know, it just, I feel like, I really do, I know it feels like I'm probably just being, like, super borderline, like, masturbatory towards this game or to Platinum in general, but I feel like they really fucking knocked this one out of the park. Oh yeah, I remember this part.
Alert. Incoming enemy attack from below. Proposal. Evade.
I'm surprised that she wasn't like, no shit. Yeah, I'm definitely doing a little bit better than I was in both the demo and my first time through this area because I actually almost died. Which I feel like is a good thing. You know, oh fuck, I totally forgot about that. God damn it, I'm stupid. See, I did that too, where I was like standing around, I'm like, uh-oh, what do I do? Because apparently I just, like, my brain just, like, farts really hard.
Hacking in.
Boost! 9S!
Nine S black box signal detected. No response to communications.
I'm going after him.
So, the one thing that I don't know if this is intentional or not, but the fact that they're like, emotions are prohibited, but then so often show emotion, makes me think that either it's just a super hindsight.
Send a support request to command.
Negative. Communications have been jammed.
Whoa, what's that guy doing over there? I think that he just got stuck, to be real. Oh, never mind. He's all the way over. Okay. But, oh, what the shit? Wow. But the only reason I say that is just because, either I feel like it was just a super hindsight, or emotions really are prohibited, but there's nobody left to, like, reprimand them. If that makes any sense. Like, I've been spoiled on Spec Ops The Line so many times. I'm never gonna play that fucking game. But, like, kind of the whole thing where, like, you're getting... Like, kind of like the whole idea of, like, you're getting these commands to, like, do grimy shit. but then really you find out that nobody was there. Kind of a thing. Like all of the humans are dead or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking too much about it.
I have to repair him. Pod, get me staunching gel and logic virus vaccines. Then access the...
Inadvisable. The subject's vital signs are too poor to attempt field repair
Shut
in
up!
current...
Just do what I say!
Emotions.
Just go.
You shut up too.
We're soldiers. We take pride in our service.
HO-229 Flight Unit. Command 677 received. Usage rights transferred from 9S to 2B. Requesting acknowledgement.
Please.
All right.
Like, I do really hope that the later section of the game like have these sections a little bit more like fleshed out, I guess. And the other thing is that they basically do the end of...
It talks? I didn't know the machines had that kind of intelligence.
2B, I found a weakness in the target, hacking in to provide support. The control on the enemy's upper arm. Use your pod. Should be able to take it over.
I told you to shut up!
But yeah, like, because the whole, you can't hear the shades talking and everything.
Control of upper arm. Seized from enemy unit. Marking weak point.
Got it.
But in this game, you, like it starts with that
control
premise.
System.
Affirmative. Infiltrating enemy subunit. Behavior table adjusted. Balance controls overridden. Enemy unit subjugation complete.
Boom! Or something like that. Possibly.
Will you just die already?
And that's how we found out that she's the robot clone of Keiichi. But with a language filter. So she's basically Captain America, but with Keiichi's violence.
Talk about bringing the battle to them. 2B.
Contact command. Request assistance.
No. It doesn't look like that's going to be necessary.
Oh, great.
I don't imagine that this is going to end well. The black box It's ready.
Right.
Requesting destruction of enemy hostiles via black box reaction.
Request accepted.
Doobie, it was an honor to fight with you. Truly.
The honor was mine.
The privilege, the pleasure was mine. Anybody? Nobody? Am I that old? I guess so. Or maybe I'm just one of the few fans that Morrissey has left after alienating everybody who isn't vegan. Or... No, he drinks, doesn't he? I don't remember what other shit he did to piss everybody off, but he did a lot of shit to piss everybody off. So, this is the other thing that I think is so fucking cool, and so many people have already talked about it from this particular angle, but I just want to say it again. This game is one of the very few examples ever, really, of a video game that can only exist as a video game. Because this entire premise right here, it really doesn't work in the context of like a movie or a book or something. And like even so much you can legit it's not here yet, but you can legit do that in the game. You can self-destruct in it, like in game. Like it's fucking cool. It's cool, y'all. I promise I'm not really lame. Nah, I'm really lame. And also I love the justification for saving. Like it's like backing up your data.
So, mission complete and all that, huh? The Goliaths were wiped out, and we secured a route into enemy territory. Now we can...
9S.
Yeah?
Thank you for uploading my data to the bunker.
I did that? Sorry, I don't remember. There wasn't a whole lot of bandwidth down there, you know? I probably only had enough time to back up your memories. Mine are only intact up to the point just before we rendezvoused.
I see.
Glory to mankind.
Glory to mankind.
Ruh-roh. I also, the little bit of game that I did play, I skipped every single cutscene, just in case. So, yeah.
(5012 AD). The year mankind's glorious history came to a sudden and abrupt end, when the world was invaded by aliens from beyond the stars. The aliens unleashed a new breed of weapon, machine life forms that all but annihilated human civilization. The handful of survivors that remained fled from Earth, seeking refuge on the moon. 5204 AD. Humanity launched its counterattack, deploying an army of androids from a network of orbiting bases. But after more than a dozen large-scale descents upon the enemy, we still haven't managed to repel the invaders. That is why you, the Yorha forces, exist. To break this stalemate, once and for all. You are our ultimate weapon, and you must put an end to this war.
Understood, sir.
I wish you good hunting.
Glory to mankind. Glory to mankind.
Glory to mankind.
So, I think I may not have been full of shit there, because that sounded like a fucking recording. That didn't sound like somebody was talking back. Yeah, like, shit like this, it's just so cool. Like, it's so dumb, but it's so cool at the same time. This game does get pretty dark. So...
Ma'am? Alright, are we good now? Okay, settings should all be good to go. Hold on. Your self-destruct permissions are missing. Wait a sec, we need to restore those. I could set it for you, but you should probably do it yourself. Regulations and all, you know? Okay, good. If things go wrong during an op, you may have to once you're finished making adjustments, you can go ahead and close this out.
Oh boy. But you can hear it in the music just a little bit. Or no, it changed once he stopped taking control. Fuck, I forget the name of the song. It might have been, like the Shadow Lord's, like, main castle theme, whatever you want to call it. It sounds like the very, like, organ-y kind of shit.
Morning.
"9S.
The commander's put me in charge of your maintenance, ma'am. That means I'll be performing regular checks on you from now on.
They're like...
Oh, don't worry. We 9S models are the best around, you know.
There are like 800 weeaboos in the world who wish that they could perform regular maintenance checks on her. I've already seen the fan art, and so is Yoko Taro. He loves that shit. He's weird. I like him. But some people go too far. Just too far. I don't want to see a robot's butthole, to be completely honest.
Though I suppose we're not exactly known for our modesty.
9S.
What is it, ma'am?
Stop calling me ma'am.
Huh?
There's no need to be so formal.
Alright. If you say so. Oh, I almost forgot. The commander was calling for you. We'd better go see what's up, ma'am. 2B.
Oh boy. Yeah, so we have a lot of money. I don't think we can buy anything cool. Or actually, wait. Do I already have these? Oh, no, I don't. Fishing spots. So this is actually, holy shit. Oh, because we died in the oath and not... Okay, yeah, so I don't have any healing items then, which I should probably... That's probably why I had none. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Oopsies. I probably should stop being a dumbass, shouldn't I? So sound waves, a sound analysis graph. These are pretty interesting, actually. Yeah, because I feel like, because you can set up different, I guess for lack of a better word, different chipsets. Like a loadout, almost. So I'll probably have one that's like kind of an exploration one, that, because there is one that's like enhanced movement speed, and one that's like enhanced, like obviously like EXP and drop rate. So I'll probably have like one of those set up with like the fishing spot shit and everything.
You need to be near an access point to save your data. You can see access points on the close range map. Be sure to save often.
Yeah, like, I mean, even stuff like that is so interesting because it allows you to, test mail, yeah, IT operations, lead server engineer, Nerd. Just kidding. But yeah, like, because it's kind of like the Resident Evil thing, or even like the Dark Souls method of shit, where it's like there's a reason for you to be saving, or there's a reason for your, like, shit to, like, when you die, it has to have some sort of, like, a consequence. So you lose, like, just your plug-in chips and a couple of other things, and it's just really interesting to me, you know? I also love how, like, fucking sterile this place looks. I feel like it's fitting, to say the least.
2B. Maintenance finished?
Yes, Commander.
You detonated your black box in order to defeat the enemy. Bold, but risky. Try not to be so reckless next time.
Understood.
I know you're fresh out of maintenance, but I have another mission for you. I need you to head to the surface, rendezvous with the Resistance, and do some recon.
Doesn't Yorha have a dedicated Resistance contact already?
We haven't been able to get in touch with them, so we'll need you to look into that as well.
Understood.
Oh, lordy. I always get sent the dankest memes at the leastest opportunity. So, because I'm assuming then that we are... What? Oh, fuck you, to
The
fuck you,
surface?
9S.
That means we'll be getting flight units, huh? Better head for the hangar. Usually we can't get near flight units. They're way too expensive for us grunts. Too bad they can't mass produce these things yet.
Huh. But yeah, because what I was going to say is, the only thing that does kind of suck is that I'm not really familiar at all with, even the premise of this game. Because a lot of it, I'm pretty sure, has to do
This
with...
here's my room. Feel free to swing by whenever you want. Not that there's much to do here.
Because it was, like, based on, like, a fucking, like, stage play or some sort of weird thingy that Yoko Taro did. So it's kind of like one of those things where in order to, like, really, truly grasp everything that's going on, like, you need to, like, be in it deep. And I am not in it deep. At least not yet. And I do know, also that... Shit. Wish I had money. I shouldn't have bought so much shit, shouldn't I have? Or... You know what I meant to say. But... poopy. We'll get the ability to buy this shit, like, really quickly, pretty much. But, because what I was going to say is that aren't we pretty much the same thing that, Popola and Devila were? Then, technically, androids or whatever?
The hangar's up ahead. Let's go.
No shit. God damn, why do I keep wanting to call him 2B? Who knows? Which I wouldn't be surprised if there was some sort of, like, super fan servicey moment to the twins or to Kaine, but who knows? I sure don't. Not yet, at least.
Hey, 2B. Why do you think they sent a combat model like you to a recon job? If all they want is intel, we scanner models are built for that kind of thing.
Orders are orders.
Alright, alright.
Oh, I totally hit that pretty much by accident. So but that works, I guess, or something.
2B, you're going to have some new weaponry installed from here on out. I'll put up instructions for you. Make sure to commit them to memory.
Roger.
Ready missile? Is that it? Yeah, okay. Or wait, no. That wasn't it then. So then what was the new thingy that was installed. I have no idea. Will I ever find out? I doubt it. Because that's pretty much my life at this point. Yeah, that's the one that I like. I really do like these dumb, stupid, friggin', like, shooter bits. I really do. I'm such a sucker. I don't even care. I love it. I am such... Because, I don't know, I feel like there aren't enough good mech games.
Bunker 2B, come in. I've set a landing point for your flight units. You'll be touching down quite a ways from the Resistance camp, unfortunately. Sorry for the trouble, but we can't risk the enemy discovering their position.
Understood.
Good luck down there.
Like, I seriously cannot fucking wait for Hideo Kojima's Death Stranding to come out and then just turn into, oh my god, what is the name of the friggin' thingy? The game that he did. The mech, oh my god, I feel like such an idiot right now. City ruins.
Target location acquired. Marking on map. Proposal. Proceed to target location.
That is the only thing that I will say is that there is a shitload of pop-in this game. Like, it's bad. But I can't wait for Death Stranding to come out and it just turns into, like, the sequel to the whatever mech game he made previously, and it's just super bonkers crazy town, and it's just awesome. That won't happen, sadly, though. Because life sucks and then you die. I'm pretty sure that there's... No, never mind. I thought that there was a window, like, over that had some shit in it. I think it might be over here. Or no, this is exactly where we came in. It might be, like, a couple of flights down or something. I love that they hang on the pods to glide also. It's just, I feel like there are, like, so many really interesting design decisions that were done here. And I feel like, for the most part, people are like, this game is really good. And I'm like, but there are so many things that you could say about it, and you're not, because... Ooh, that was close. Like, I'm not going to say that most people are dummies, but a lot of people are dummies. Hi there. Yeah, with the way that this game is going, or at least seeming to be, I am not fucking touching a goddamn thing that doesn't hit first. Not even a little bit, because... Oh, sick. I did not know that this was here. And I did actually spoil myself on this right here, though, because this kind of bothered me a lot, because I really hate the whole backtracking thing that happens a lot, where, oh shit, actually I should probably, because I don't think I need to go all the way up. There we go. But yeah, so I did spoil myself on what in the shit those things are. Oh, what the? I hit the, I was holding it. I guess you have to hold it after you jump or something, but I do know that that is one of the things that is for another playthrough, which, God, I just wish that, I wish that the game didn't, I wish that the game put them there.
According to our intel, none of the machines in this area are hostile. We've been seeing more and more enemies like this lately. They just stand there and stare into space. It's pretty weird.
Hypothesis. Jamming caused by enemies in local vicinity.
Because it seems like for some odd reason, they really don't like any of the Android shit, huh? Yeah, and this is another thing that I actually think is pretty cool.
Map data obtained from bunker. Data may be displayed from the system menu.
Map data, huh? It's hard to get an accurate picture from this. Our satellite resolution isn't so hot. Hopefully they deploy some new satellites soon.
A general idea is good enough.
You don't let anything get in your way, do you?